guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a fall haul, and I know it might seem early, but I am super excited. I am ready for autumn. I know it's only just started to be the summer holidays, but I am going to be showing you a lot of things that I have bought from tkmaxx, which especially at tkmaxx you need to get in there really early, and they have got all their fall and autumnal stuff out right now. So now is the time to go if you do want anything from them for the fall season. And I also have a load of things, home decor stuff from ASDA. So I'm excited to show you guys everything that I have bought, and let's get started. So I'll show you everything that I got from tkmaxx first. There's a couple of things that could possibly work for fall and Halloween, and I will show you and you'll see exactly what I mean. I did miss out on autumnal candles last year, and I was like really upset because I just didn't get in there early enough, hence why I'm doing this video now to tell you that tkmaxx has pumpkin and autumnal scented candles in. Last year I actually had to go to Yankee. This is one from last year. This is, what is it, pumpkin apple parfait, which I've got really excited and started burning, especially with this miserable rainy weather. But I'm excited that I actually got to try different brands and different companies this year. So I'll start you guys off by showing you the candles that I bought, and these are so reasonably priced as well, which is a big selling point for me for tkmaxx. It's really affordable. Everything that I have bought I would say is pretty reasonably priced. I haven't splurged. I've managed to buy lots of things for reasonable prices, so this is really great if you are on a budget to check out supermarkets, and especially check out tkmaxx/HOMESENSE, whichever way you want to see it, because it is kind of the one that I go to. It's kind of both of them together, hence why I've got the tkmaxx bag, but it was kind of from HOMESENSE upstairs. So this is my biggest candle, and considering how big this candle is, let's see if you guys can see. And this is butternut pumpkin, and it was literally $12.99 for a huge candle. Compared to this, probably with Yankee would have been twice the price that this one was. And let me see, so it's natural essential oils blended in coconut wax, and the company is Red Leaf Home. I love the fact as well, if you can see the lid, that it is a like etched pumpkin into the wood, very rustic feeling, kind of farmhouse sort of what's the word, farmhouse style. I'm not really sure what the word is that I'm looking for. Oh, I don't know if it, butternut pumpkin, it's just that kind of autumnal, it almost smells slightly like appley. It's like, it's still kind of a fresh scent, it's not too heavy, although it is evidently very spicy. So let me see, it doesn't actually give a description of the scent like obviously some candles will do. We did sniff and smell loads of different ones, and I think I bought a few from this company, and there was a few other ones. I think there was Midnight Pumpkin, which we didn't, I don't think we bought the Midnight Pumpkin one, but yeah, that just smells quintessentially autumnal and really cozy, and it kind of gets you ready into the autumnal season, and then it's easing you into the really heavy scents of Christmas with even heavier, more pungent cloves and cinnamon. It's kind of those sort of scents, but a little bit milder, I would say. And this has got 3 wicks, as you can see. I can't wait to have the darker nights. I don't really like the darker nights, but I like it when it's cozy, so kind of the dark nights when we will be lighting these candles, and just that cozy sort of feeling. That's what I absolutely love about fall, or as we say in the UK, autumn. And then I think I got 2 other candles. So this, yeah, this is from the same company. So the other one from Red Leaf Home, and it is this one. And this is Falling Leaves, a rich blend of birch, clove, patchouli and eucalyptus. And this was $6.99. I don't know, does it actually say anywhere? So this is an 11-ounce candle, and this other one was a 24-ounce, so that is really huge. I don't know how much like this one is. It doesn't say, I don't think. I don't know if it says on the front. I did take one of, 623 grams. so they're 680 grams. So there's actually more in this one, and that was £12.99, and this one was probably nearer to 20 or so pounds. Let me have a scent of this one. This doesn't have a pumpkin carved on the top. Oh, that's very strong. This is definitely a fresher, even fresher scent. A lot lighter. Oh, it just smells so nice. It only has one wick because obviously it is a lot smaller. And it is definitely very strong clove smell scent, which I am obsessed with cloves. I have loads of them in the cupboard, like the pots of the cloves for like baking and stuff, but I just quite like to open the lid and like smell them from time to time because it just gives you that kind of autumnal Christmassy scent. But yeah, I think this will look really nice in one of our smaller rooms, and it does just say on the top the company name, which is the Red Leaf Home. And like I say, I'm absolutely in love with the fact they look aesthetically pleasing. They're very simple, but they are just reasonably priced as well. They look more expensive than they are. I did really want like an orange candle, but I just wasn't as blown away by the scents with the actual orange ones, and so I've kind of held back, and I'm thinking maybe I'll go back in a little bit in a few weeks, or I might find like a Yankee candle. Like this one needs renewing probably this year, so I might end up sticking with orange for this one, or maybe get one of the Halloween-y ones from Yankee. And talking about Halloween, so we've got Toffee Pumpkin is this candle, this black one. This is a different company, I think. It says Fine Potions and Elixirs. So, and it says ooh, and the lid fell off. I kind of should have known that was going to happen. DW Home, so I've never heard of this company before, and it's toffee scented. Yeah, Toffee Pumpkin. I don't know if it smells... It kind of smells like buttery popcorn. Yeah, it's kind of got a, or I guess toffee popcorn / buttery popcorn. Very buttery. I don't know if that's what they think pumpkins smell like. I wouldn't say it smells specifically a pumpkin, but it does, because especially with it being a Halloween one, it does just smell very sweet smelling, whereas those were more like earthy and just more fragrant with the spices, whereas this is a much toned down and very sweet scent, and it does have a very cute lid with a haunted house on top. So I don't know whereabouts this one will be going, and this one will obviously come out a lot later than these two, which will be out as soon as the weather really does start to turn and I feel like I can actually start decorating for fall. And then this that I have got is a pumpkin, kind of, I don't know what you want to call it. It's not really a plaque, it's a pumpkin on a stand. It's got kind of like the filigree sort of pattern, and as you can see it is very shimmery and silver. I do love my silvers and stuff. I am actually, you will see in a minute, I'm trying to go a little bit more rustic because our house, I'm starting to agree a little bit with my husband, although don't tell him. It is, I can see what he means about it's very clinical because it's white and everywhere's white, or it's grey. There's nothing warm and cozy really about our house, and I'm starting to really not like that in our living room. Our bedroom is pretty cozy because it's so small, so this will probably end up in our bedroom, I would have thought. And silver is my favourite colour. We did have a daughter that was named, that her name was Silver, so it just kind of made me think of her. She did pass away, but it's a nice way to include her, especially at the fall and Halloween time, when we believe the veil between the living and the dead is thinner, so then it makes us feel closer, and it's nice to include her in this time of year. And we like to try and include her as much as possible in everything, so that is probably going to live somewhere up, even possibly on my bedside table. I feel like with a nice kind of contrast of the like the orange with the candle and then the whatever bronze colour of the light, I think we could maybe work something that it will look really nice in here. And obviously we do have her picture on the bedside table as well. And then the next thing that I bought from HOMESENSE was this mug. I really wanted a mug with pumpkins on, but they didn't have any. They didn't really have any autumnal mugs. They only had really Halloween ones. So if you do want a Halloween mug, definitely go and check your local HOMESENSE out. They do have loads, and it wouldn't surprise me if they do go quite quick, although they did seem to have a lot of them. I'm really hoping they will get some that are pumpkin and autumnal themed, but I was really excited that this was as close as I could find to kind of autumnal themed. It was about £3.50. I think it's got a really cute pattern on the side, and it's actually kind of a quirky sort of shape. And I have already been drinking my chai tea from this and just trying to enjoy these rainy cozy nights, even though I'm getting excited really way too early, but I just can't help myself. So I'm really pleased with myself that I found this. And then the last thing that I got from HOMESENSE was this, and I guess you could say this is definitely autumnal, but clearly very Halloweeny as well. It does say boo. There is a ceramic gnome that I have seen on Facebook that I really want, and I'm going to keep going and checking and trying to find this gnome in a HOMESENSE or tkmaxx. But I did just fall in love with this. I just thought this kind of was very, I love these colours, the fact that they're very quintessential, normal, like typical, stereotypical autumnal colours that I just need that coziness bringing into my house, and just the rustic sort of theme and colouring. And I think I will probably have this out a lot sooner than I will my actual Halloween decor, despite the fact that this is quite Halloweeny as well. I just love that it's very rustic and homey, and I'm hoping it's really going to add to the coziness in hopefully our living room, I would have thought. And I just think, like, this was £12.99 for actually quite a big thing really, and I'm really pleased with this, and this will last in our collection for no doubt years to come. So I do think this was a really good investment. And now moving on to see the things that I bought from ASDA. So I did get carried away with cushions and blankets, which all just to add to the coziness of the house, but I did buy two actual decor items that are autumnal, so I will show you these guys first. It doesn't seem to have the price on, so I'll try and put down below how much it was. If I can link anything, I will try to. But this is a nice cute happy sign, and it has got hedgehogs. I have a feeling, I don't know if I have other stuff from last year that has hedgehogs on, but this does actually match with a lot of the cushions and blankets and stuff. So I love as well, like I say, the rustic. I need some more earthy tones in the house to really just warm it up a bit, especially when we are planning to change our flooring downstairs soon to a slightly wood sort of texture. I just need the warmth and coziness, and I can't wait for snuggling. So as well, it's a great reminder to be happy, and just really cute little hedgehogs and a lovely pattern on the sign as well. And following along with the hedgehog theme, we got this. I don't normally like gold, and this is more like a, not quite gold, but like a rusticy bronzed gold. I don't know if bronzed is the right word. It is gold, and I know I prefer silver, but I just think this will add to the coziness, and it matches so well with all the other stuff I've bought. I think this is adorable, and especially being a mum, and it just looks adorable that it's a mum and a baby, or maybe a dad and a baby, you never know, but it makes me smile looking at it. So I think if something makes you feel that good when you see it in the shop, you're going to really enjoy having it as a piece in your home. So this will be no doubt a treasured piece that I will bring out year after year. Alright, moving on to cushions and blankets. I'm really pleased with this one because it does match the colour theme that I have recently decided for my downstairs living room. We started to go for pink. I also have that same sort of colour theme upstairs, so I'm undecided if this is going downstairs or upstairs, but the fact that it's an autumnal sort of cushion but it's not actually the typical colours, kind of the fact it was autumnal but worked with the colour scheme I already have and wasn't a complete contrast. But I'm very undecided. I think because the bedroom is already quite cosy, it might actually work better in our bedroom. So it is a cream cushion with a pink border, and it does say sweater weather, which I can't wait for sweater weather, and I'm just so excited. I literally went for a walk with the kids today, and there was people walking around in t-shirts or like jumpers, and I had my winter coat on. I put a woolly hat on Oakley. I was just really, I kind of thought it was going to be colder than it was, and I was a bit hoping that it was going to be more autumnal, although I don't want to wish the summer away, but I'm just really excited and I can't wait to be cozy and cuddly. And this was just perfect for me. I love that it is kind of like a knitted sort of font, if you guys can see that, and just really, it's actually a really big cushion compared to the others that I'll show you in a minute. I don't know, it doesn't tell me the price, so I'll probably, I think this was about £8, £6 or £8 I would have thought, maybe a bit more. I will check for you guys. And it does say it is reduced plastic, no zip, and contains recycled polyester. And yeah, the fact that they're starting to be more eco-friendly and stuff, I really like when companies are starting to do that. That if we are going to be buying new things all the time, which as consumers we like to do, it's just nice to feel a bit less guilty. And obviously as much as possible we need to reduce, reuse, recycle and all of that. But I will show you the things that I've got to match this cushion. So then I was very undecided about what sort of blanket to get, and I saw this one and thought this was perfect, especially in autumn. You tend to get a lot of the checkered patterns, so this really works well with autumn, and it's super cozy. It's like a teddy bear fleece on the other side, so just ready for snuggling. Whether this does end up in our living room or upstairs, I'm still not sure, but just I can't wait to kind of sit on my laptop, do my work and be snuggled under this blanket with like a chai tea in my mug and candles lit. And this also, not sure about the price, I need to check the receipt or whatever, and I'll let you know down below. And then to go with these two, to have a complete ensemble, I got 2 of these cushions, and these are obviously, as you can see, smaller cushions, and to be honest these could probably be used year round, so these might all end up upstairs for now, and then afterwards for the like over Christmas or in springtime these might come out and just be downstairs. I know these were £4, so I was like, I was really chuffed when I found these in the shop, and the fact that they were a matching kind of set but really affordable. So like I say, I got 2 of these, and they just fit with the theme that we already have downstairs at the minute, and it will just kind of add to the coziness year round, hopefully. So I've got 2 of them, and then let's move on to the traditional colours, and I'll start with another big cushion. And I am, like we're talking about the hedgehog theme, I'm in love with this cushion. We really don't seem to do very well with autumnal sort of decor in this country. For some reason it doesn't seem to be a big deal, and we all seem to skip past Halloween, past autumn and go straight to Christmas, which I am a crazy Christmas lady as well, but I do love like when we can actually find something that is so autumnal but it's not super expensive either. That just, especially to find that in this country, compared to the availability in like America for example. So I was so excited to get this, and I was really undecided about which kind of colour leaf to kind of match for the pairing cushion, and I ended up going with this. So I do already have a lot of decor that is this colour, so it would work well with what I already have from what I can remember, and I think it matches quite well with the leaves and the scarf around this hedgehog. I think this is adorable as well, just so cute. Whether this ends up on our bed or not, I'm not sure, or it goes downstairs, but just so cute that we seem to just have this family of hedgehogs growing. And I did get 2 of these. These were £4. This was more expensive, but I can't remember how much it was. And then the last thing to show you is, of course, a blanket that matches, and it has the kissing hedgehogs on. So this is actually the sort of blanket that usually my kids love to snuggle with. I'm hoping they're not going to nick this one, and maybe I can just at least keep this one for like decor and not actually to necessarily... My son likes to sometimes, I don't know if he still does it, but he used to like suck the edges of the blankets because he'd never had a like dummy before or anything. and so he would like comfort himself by sucking the end of the blanket. I'm hoping that's not going to happen, and to be honest, if my kids get hold of this, it'll probably get dragged through the dirt and stuff, so I'm hoping I can at least keep this and just have it for looking pretty and making the house look cozy. Let me know if you would like to see either a clean and decorate with me, or if you want to see just a house tour of when I have already decorated. Make sure you do comment down below, because I'm a bit undecided about what sort of video I do. I'm really excited about doing more homemaking videos, although I will still be doing my mummy content as well, but because obviously it is a big part of my life, but I just want to do something as well that's a little bit more for me and what's really excites me. If you did like this video and you liked everything that I bought, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel and I really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you can see all my upcoming videos. I've got maybe some crafty videos that are autumnal and Halloween themed for doing with kids and stuff, so loads of stuff like that coming up. All really excited. I'm excited to be back. I'm in a much better headspace. My kids are like growing up, so I have a little bit more time for myself, and yeah, I'm really excited to be back and doing my videos, and I hope you guys will continue to support me. I really do appreciate it, and it really helps out my little channel grow, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.